Hey everybody, this is Danny with My Fig Sticks, y'all. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I've been out in the garden pulling onions, pulling garlic. I've been pruning tomatoes and peppers. Y'all, I'm getting ready to run irrigation to all of my new little fig pots that I have here. And I was looking at all of the growth on all of my trees and I thought, what better time than the end of May. Y'all, let's do a quick fig tour update. I want to take an account of all of the trees that have figs on them. I did this for personal reasons the very first part of May, but here it is, the end of May. Let's check these figs out. Let's see where we stand right now, not only with growth, but with fig production as well. Here in East Texas, y'all, it's been warm for quite some time. I want to know what trees are getting ready and producing figs. What trees might be getting ready to ripen figs? Y'all follow along. Let's take a quick little fig tour. End of May. How are my trees doing? Okay, y'all, let's start here with the Olympian. This is one of my favorite trees, and I can't really tell you why. I will say I've gotten just a couple of figs that were right off of it last year, and I said right, not ripe, but I really like them. Sugar-coated peaches, just as described. But, I mean, if you look at the production on this guy, I mean, look at this. This tree is absolutely covered in figs. They're everywhere on this tree. So I'm really liking it. So, you know, here we are, end of May. I've got a couple air layers going on this, but y'all, I mean, the figs are absolutely everywhere. There has to be, oh, I don't know, 40 plus figs on this. Maybe I should count them, but it's crazy. So there's the Olympian, end of May. I'm really excited about these sugar-coated peaches, y'all. It's growing really well. It woke up. And let me remind you, all of these that were in the planters were moved in and out of the garage during the early spring. So they got a little bit of a head start because I was able to move them out when it was warm and put them back when it was cold. And so let's take a look at this one. This is the I-258. Y'all, we talked about this. This is the tree that I topped. And it was, I know it was less than 3 weeks ago. But look, I've already got growth coming, and I've even got a fig and another fig. So y'all, I can't stress enough, there's another fig, how important pruning is. And then this is one of the trees that I just pinched the apical on. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's starting to put on a branch. It's been a week. I just did this a week ago. This one back here, the same thing. It's starting to put on a branch. So no figs really. I mean, there's a few little figlets on this one. And I think maybe those happened strictly because I pinched them. Look, I didn't even notice this. Look, there's a fig right there. That's on one of the trees that I just pinched the apical. 1 week. So I'm really excited that this I-258 is really showing off pruning and what a difference it makes. Okay, we'll skip over, well, I'll talk about it, but this is the I-258. It's the top of the tree you just looked at. This is the one that's been in my grow tent all winter long, and it's looking really, really good. Got lots of figs on it, but we know we gave it a jump start. It's not really growing, but I think it's got so many figs it can't grow. So let's jump over. Let's see, what is this one? This one is this is a Texas Everbearing. Y'all, this is, in fact, this is the OG. This is the first fig tree that I ever bought. It was a tissue culture. I had no idea. And it's living up to its tissue culture ways. Look at this thing. It's growing everywhere. But the good thing is it's got figs on it. So end of May, look at the figs that we have coming on. Oh, I didn't even notice all those back there. So really starting to get some fig production out of this Texas Everbearing. Y'all, I know it's just supposed to be like a brown turkey, but I really liked these figs last year. Super, super sweet. a sugar bomb fig. I did get several off of my other Texas Everbearings that I rooted cuttings from this OG. All of those are gone. This is the only Texas Everbearing I have left other than the one at my brother's. But I'm excited about the Texas Everbearing. And then there's my Angelito, which again, this one was kept in the grow tent. So we know about that one. I topped it. I don't know if y'all remember that. It's been probably a month, maybe 3 weeks to a month, but look at all the new growth right there. So just an update on that. It's doing really well, and we're getting some more figs on that new growth, but I want to concentrate on my planters. This is the Kadota Blanc. This tree was in the grow tent for a time, but I just noticed it didn't want to grow and it was taking up space, so I removed it. So it became one that I was bouncing in and out just like the rest of the planters. But by the time I moved it, it did have figs on it. Y'all, these figs are looking really, really good. My shadow is probably in y'all's way, but something I've noticed since it started getting warmer, can y'all see that new growth right there? Look at this, look. It's finally started to grow. Now, is that the fertilizer or is that the sun? I don't know. We're gonna pay close attention to the Kadota Blanc because it's finally starting to show some movement other than fig growth. And then bouncing down to the Beers Black, y'all, this is one that's just going crazy. So I topped this one. Hey, what are these little bugs? Does anybody, did y'all see those things just run away? They hide from you. See if I can bring them back around. Look, what is that? Hopefully somebody can ID that. I'm not very good with bug IDs, but those things are everywhere on my trees. Don't know what they are, but here we go. This is the Beers Black, y'all. It is putting on some figs. So we got figs here. We've got a fig back here. Now this is the branch that I just pinched. And look, can y'all tell? Do y'all see that bump? This has been a week, y'all. 1 week. And I've already got a bump there. I think I'm about to get some new branching there. This one I topped about it may be pushing 3 weeks now. And you can see the extra growth that it has there. But the Beers Black definitely has figs coming on. Here it is, the end of May. And then we'll jump down. Y'all, I'm getting ready to set up drip on all of this, and I'm going to make a video for y'all and show y'all my entire drip system and how I'm going to do these pots. What is this one? This is an LSU Purple. LSU Purple is growing. This is another tissue culture living up to its tissue culture ways, but it is covered, and this is just recent, but it is absolutely covered in figs now. Look at all these figs. You know, see those? I mean, they are everywhere. So end of May, all of these just started coming up on the LSU Purple. And then we'll move down to the Frankenfig. Y'all, when I made this Frankenfig, I may have made a mistake. I left some of the original brown turkey. You can see there, hopefully, maybe the glare is not horrible, but it's a brown turkey, and I left it because I never got a brown turkey fig last year. Look, this is brown turkey. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look at all of the figs. So brown turkey is supposed to be super productive, and there is no doubt this brown turkey is living up to that. It is absolutely covered with figs. But I do want to show y'all an update on my Graft. So this one's doing really well. They're all doing well. This is another one back here. I want to show y'all something else. Numerous people told me, brace your grafts. Don't let the wind affect them. Y'all, I don't even know if y'all can tell. Can you see this graft? It's still growing, but it fell over. This leaf is in the way. I hope y'all can see that. Maybe I'm too close. I don't know, but let me come around. It got too heavy. It was growing so rapidly that it fell over. It's right there. Can y'all see that? Good grief, all of these leaves in the way. Now we probably can see it. It literally just fell over. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I got it out of the way. I'm about ready to pick it off. but that graft got so heavy with new growth, it failed. I am hoping that it hangs on. It's still doing well, it's growing. But all that said, brown turkey putting on figs like crazy the end of May, and most of those grafts are doing well. This is one of the bud grafts that I did. I think it took, but I'm not going to uncover it yet. I'm hanging on just a little bit longer, but I probably need to get that one uncovered. And then there's this Frankenfig. Y'all, this one's doing pretty good. This was a cleft graft, and you're starting to see green. I went ahead and uncovered it. Y'all, check this out. This one was, see if y'all can see that. This one was it was a bud graft, and the bud's turning green. Very excited about that. There's another cleft graft back there that took. This is another cleft that hasn't taken yet, but not a whole lot to say about this Celeste. LSU Gold. Let's see. Do I have any figs on this one yet? I don't see any. I see some bumps. But nothing yet. So I think if the sun is right, in fact, every one of these knows this one's going to put on, that's not a fig. That's going to be a new branch. So I did top this one. This one I actually pinched. About 3 weeks ago. So it's been a little bit, and we're starting to get new growth. Still no figs. I see no figs. I see some bumps, but can't guarantee that those are figs yet on the LSU Gold. And then we'll move down. This Olympian here, this one was the mother tree to the one on the far end. The one on the far end, I actually took a cutting off of this one when I originally planted it, and it took. I kept that one. I also kept the OG. This one, however, is living up to tissue culture ways. Now, this is what got burnt in the mid-March freeze. I need to cut that off, so everything had to come up from the ground. So that's probably why this one is lagging behind. And then you've got, let's see, this is another Celeste. Same thing. It got burnt. You can see all this. This is dead. I just need to cut this off before I get ambrosia beetles. I don't even know what ambrosia beetle is, but everybody tells me they're bad news, so I got to get rid of them. So all three of these, obviously they're not going to put on any figs just yet because they're all coming back from the ground. But let's turn around. We'll take a look at these. Now, these were trees that I got from Lazy Dog Farms. This is a Generi, and it is beginning to put on figs. So here we are, late May, and I'm starting to get some figs. In fact, if you look over here, we got some little bitty tiny figlets, little babies. But yeah, so I'm excited about the Generi. I know that these are supposed to be really large figs once they get going, so it's beginning to put on those figs. Then there's the green issue. Now, this one was in the grow tent, so can't really count it, but y'all, I just finally tipped this one, and I pinched it, and because it's getting so tall, I pinched this one as well as this one, and I just did that. In fact, I think I might have just done that last weekend, and so I'm hoping to start seeing more figs. But I mean, this guy's covered up. Now, again, it was in the grow tent until it outgrew the grow tent, but this one's putting on some rather large figs, so I'm really excited about those. Nothing swelling yet, but that is the green ischia. This is the Canadria. Y'all, look at the figs. Look at the size of these figs. Can y'all see that? Look, I'll put my hand behind it. Look at the size of these figs. They're so large. I'm really excited about the Canadria, and it's got lots of figs on it. Those are some figlets on new growth there. So really excited about the Canadria and the potential that it has. And then there's the Maltese Falcon, which is putting on some figs. Let's see, if I get around here, it'll be a little better angle for you. But it's definitely got some figs. I don't know much about this one at all. But again, end of May, it is growing. It's not growing great. By the way, every leaf fell off of this air layer. So I don't think it's going to make it. I think I broke that limb when I tried to set the bag. But all that said, Maltese Falcon is producing figs the end of May. And then we'll take a quick pass down my cuttings that, you know, I know I really should cut these off. These are the single node Angelitos. Look, they got figs, numerous ones. Look, here's another single node Angelito figs. I should pick those off, but I'm going to let y'all do it. Just because it's kind of fun, right? So super cool. And then I do want to point out, these are all babies. These looked really rough when I got back from the trip, but the this VDB has got figs and has had them. I think those might be Brava. That does not look like new growth. I don't know if it's going to ripen those or drop those. I have no idea. Oh my gosh, look, this Kadota. I hadn't even noticed. So this is a Kadota right here. If y'all remember, I bought this one last fall. That is definitely beginning to swell. I had not even noticed that fig. This one's starting to swell too. So we may have a Kadota ready in a couple of weeks. So Kadota putting on, now that Kadota is, again, I bought it last end of summer, got it on sale at Lowe's. Pretty cool, but it's got some pretty figs on it. Let's see, that VDB back there has some figs as well. That's a little bit older tree. This is going into its second year. Then of course, all my babies are looking very, very good. Now look at this Violet de Soleil. That one is really growing so well. I'm excited about that. Hey, this is a cool story, and I need to do a video on this. This is a cool story. Look how this one is growing. This was given to me by a friend. Actually, we're making a trade. He's going to get an air layer off of one of my Mehi's Famous for this tree. Super cool story behind that. Maybe I'll do a short video on that because it is really neat. So I'll save that. I'll save that for another video. But that tree, since I put it in that 10-gallon, it is exploded with growth. And then we're down here. Let's see. This is, which one is this? This is the Ponte Teresa, and look at all of the figs. This guy is starting to pump out figs everywhere. This really just started in the last couple weeks as well. So this is more of that one's figs. So really excited about that one. That one I picked up with one when I was down in San Antonio. So that is one that actually I had been hoping to get. Here's my Mehi's Famous if y'all want to see. Look at that Mehi's Famous. Look at all the growth on that one. That's going to be one I'm going to try to pinch the top, force a new limb so I can get an air layer. Oh man. But the Mehi's Famous are doing really well. Two of them I put in 10 gallons and then the two in the 4 gallons. And then Andesian, it's not doing much, but I just up potted that one. But here, this is another one. This is the Red Lebanese. This is another one I got from Juan. Oh, it does have a fig on it. So it's just now starting to put on some figs. I hadn't even noticed it. That's the first I've noticed it. But that's pretty much all of my figs and who has figs on them the end of May. And hopefully we're going to start getting some ripe figs pretty soon. All right, so there you go. There's a little end of May fig tour. What has figs, what doesn't, what's growing, what's not. But I hope y'all enjoyed that. Just a quick little something I thought, hey, maybe there are people interested in that. Y'all, I'm gonna get to running this irrigation. I'm gonna get a video on all of this too. I'm gonna document for all of you exactly everything that I'm doing for my irrigation system. And I'll talk about my timers, I'll talk about how long I'm setting them. Y'all, it's hot. It's East Texas, and we're hitting upper 80s, low 90s, sometimes even touching mid 90s. So I've got to get drip irrigation on these pots. I can't keep watering them every day. Y'all, I went away for 4 days, and they really suffered, as did a lot of my cuttings. Most of these cuttings are coming back. I have a few of them sitting in the shade, but I have to get these up potted, and I got to get these set up on drip so that I don't have to babysit them twice a day. Y'all, I really appreciate it. That's my fig tour. That's what's growing in May, y'all. Thanks for watching.